All right. Sorry for taking a while with this next part. I've just been busy and I couldn't put on headphones or anything for like a few weeks because I got my ears pierced. So I couldn't uh put anything on the earlobe part because it hurt like hell. So I had to wait a little bit. But I'm glad I'm back now. So I can do the second part of what I wanted to do, which is talk about because I talked about line art in the last like actual part of this drawing, and now I want to do like the colors, the shading, and stuff. Since this is just like a pose, I'm not gonna talk about backgrounds. Maybe I can make another video about like how I draw backgrounds if anyone's interested. But like this one isn't really gonna have like a very I don't think I'm really gonna do a background for this one because it's yeah, there's not much to do here. So yeah. Uh what I like to do, what I recommend for what I recommend for everyone to do is to always have one reference of like that has all the parts that you want in well most of them. Oh, actually, hold on. I, re- I I was gonna say you need a reference that has all the flat colors because it really helps if you wanna like if you don't remember the colors or you don't have them like saved in your computer or whatever, which I don't because I feel like it would take up too much space on um my sidebar. I just realized I don't have a reference for pant and shoe color. I don't think I have any flat colors of that. Oh, I mean, guess I have this one. Don't mind this. This was a meme that I did. Um, but yeah, I don't really have much flat color. Um, anyways, so yeah, yeah, just keep that. Uh, yeah, and then well, for the coloring part, I guess it's easy. You just color. Oh, I would like to say that you shouldn't copy the types of color palette that I use. There's nothing that's like right or wrong about color palettes. I think like mine is very like muted grayish kind of colors. Uh, but it's not like wrong if you want to have like something else like if you want to have um another type of palette like with something more bright or something even more gray or just like pastel or anything like that it really doesn't matter. And if you have a reference picture kind of like mine and you're drawing a character that's like um someone else's so it has like different colors, I would suggest you you change the colors because you don't have to go exactly like the same like follow the same colors that someone else has. You can do you if you want it to be really yours, then you just have it be yours, and you follow your own colors, and you really gotta make make it your own. Yeah, just go with your own color palette, even if it's not like. Well, of course you can't like stray too far. Like if the character has like really dark skin, don't give him like super light skin because oh it's my color palette. Like no, that's not the same thing. But like um you can go with like brighter colors or pastel colors or really gray colors. It doesn't really matter. So don't take like what I'm doing right now as like the good way in quotes of doing it because it's not. It's just how I do it, and I guess you can like take inspiration from that. When I color, uh, to make it, I don't really go in the lines. I don't really follow like the lines very closely. Uh, I uh, I just kind of like go more or less, I guess, where it is. Oh my god, I just realized I don't think it was recording. I don't know. Oh my god. Because I had to stop recording for a second to do something, and then I came back, and then I realized, wait, hold on, and oh boy, yeah. I hope. Well, I didn't say anything much. I just talked about like the way that I draw and how. Oh yeah, also it's hard to. I was just rambling about my my ADHD and how a lot of like the way that I draw is because of it. Uh, like cutting corners with like not following the lines and like my messy like line art and stuff like this. It's all like kind of due to my ADHD because I'm like really impatient and well because it makes me impatient I guess and so it makes it so that you know I have to cut corners and whatnot and do these kinds of things. Um, I think I talked enough about Judith last time, right? I don't have anything else to say about her. Oh my god, sorry, I just realized. Okay, so sometimes I'll explain because not everyone has Firebucket, not everyone draws like this, so maybe not everyone knows what it's about. But there's a filling tool, like to fill colors. Um, I don't know if you can see it very well, but if I zoom in, you can see like lines here. They're not supposed to be there because basically when I just like traced around with the pen, it was supposed to just be like, and then I would fill it in, and it's supposed to just like be filled, and that's it. But the thing with the filling tool is that there's a way to like not have it. I don't know what it's called in English, but I guess dilate, whatever. And I didn't fix it correctly because I got rid of it because I didn't need it for something and I forgot to put it back. So it just kind of it just kind of fucked it up. The issue with this, like you might not like see the issue, is like, oh, there's a little line, you can barely see it, whatever. But the thing is that when it does that, basically, well, let me just like give an example. If I do this, let's take like some dark so you can see it. Okay, and then um, go on the filling tool and put it to 0, which is my mistake. It's at 0, and you would think, well, I don't see like the lines very well, and it's like zoom in a lot. It's like, what's the big issue? The issue is that if you select like this, it's not gonna take the whole thing because it knows it sees that there's a line, so it's not gonna select above the line, and the only way to like select the whole of it is to like get rid of the close the gap thing. But it's not a good idea because sometimes you need it because else it'll like go over like other things that you used, and that's not good. So yeah, always be careful. And don't just remember what the parameters you put your tools at, so in case this shit happens. Because it's not very fun. Oops. Oh my god. Yeah, I was talking about ADHD. Yeah, that's ADHD thing right there, I think. Yes. I don't know if you saw, yeah, because the video cut out or whatever the fuck, so you might have not seen it, but I was talking about how Judith changed over the years. This was her first design. And like this is her first like reference sheet. The one that I'm using right now, that's also her first reference sheet. And I'm drawing her right now, and like you can see like this, like she changed a lot, and but I'm kind of happy about that, because it shows that my style evolved, and maybe some people liked my older style. I know some people do. I actually get people who tell me that. They're like, "Oh, I like your older style better. It was cuter. It was nicer to look at or whatever." And I'm just like, "Well, I don't make things because I want people to like I don't want it to be cute, you know? Like this is exactly why I changed my style because I don't know if like if you follow me on Twitter or like Facebook or whatever, I probably ranted about it before, but I've always been very annoyed when people told me that my style was cute because I don't want a cute art style, you know? That's not what I want. I want an art style like that's like cartoony or whatever, but I don't want it to be cute or like child friendly or whatever. That's an issue that a lot of people don't seem to understand, and they really believe that I want it to be cute, and that's why they like criticize me about it because they're like, "Oh, your art style is too. It's like it's not cute enough. Like you should make it cuter. Like you should like make the noses smaller, or like don't show the gums. You put too much details in like the face." And I'm just like, "But I want it to look like that." You know what I'm saying? I don't really understand. I guess yeah, I think it's because it is still cartoony despite being like more detailed. Some people believe that like cartoony equals like cute, so they're like, "Oh, you're like straight away from the." Oh my god. So this is what I'm talking about. I forgot to fill in the thing, and now it's stuck there. Hold on. I forgot to refill it after. Because if I put it so it dilates, after that it like fills it in, so it doesn't do that anymore. Yeah, ain't that nice? I should probably like check just to make sure there's something else here. Okay. Yeah. No. All right. I think that's a lesson for everyone though. Just like do what you want with your art style, like as long as you're like following boundaries and you're not being an asshole. You do whatever you want with your art style, and you really just gotta do your best. And if like people are mad about it, then, I mean you can listen to them or like when they're like, oh, why are you telling me this or whatever, but don't like try to change for people if you know that they don't want like they don't actually care about like your art, and they're just like mad because they're like it doesn't fit like their own preconceived idea of like what art should be. Like I've had a lot of like, for example, like anime people who think that I'm like an anime artist and that I'm just like bad at anime art, whatever. So they're like, oh, this is not how you draw anime. This is not how you draw anime characters. You're doing it. You're doing it all wrong, and you have to do this and that. And I'm just like, I don't draw anime. If you want to see anime art, there's like a bunch of anime art are there out there. Art there. uh, but that's not me. I just realized I didn't. I always draw little squigglies for like the, I guess, blush part. There's just a thing that I like to do. You don't have to do it. You don't have to do like anything I'm doing right now. It's really just all up to you and your own personal preferences. Oh, I'm at the blush. I should probably should I explain it. I For blush and certain parts of the shading, I use the this brush. I don't know if you can. No, you can't see it. All right. It's it's a watercolor brush that I changed because the original watercolor brush, if you're on Fire Alpaca, the original watercolor brush has soft edge ticked on it, and if you untick it, it like changes the way that it is. Like I'm gonna show it like here. It's like this is the original. This is the normal watercolor brush, you know. And then this is the watercolor brush without soft edges, and I like to use this when I do like a certain type of shading and uh blush. I used to use the regular one like without anything on it, like changed on it, but as it went on I realized it looked kind of weird uh with my style, at least. Like I'm sure some styles look good with this kind of brush, but it didn't look good with mine. So I changed it, and as soon as I changed it, I was like, "Oh my god, this is like much better." uh, so yeah, I just kept it on like this, and I just sometimes sometimes it does that. I think I talked about it in the last part as well. Just like your like pen pressure fucking up, and it just does this weird thing. I don't know if I talked about it before, but I do, I guess. Yeah, I put blush on like extremities. I guess you can tell. You can tell I draw porn because I that's how I blush. Um, this the way that I shade hair. Like some people don't shade hair or whatever, but I like to do it. I think I just got like really inspired when uh I was drawing like an anime styled character, and I was like I had to like shade it and like color it the way that like anime is, like shades and colors their characters. And I noticed that some of them shade hair like this, and or like at least their hair looks like this. I don't know if it's intentional or not, but I thought it was kind of nice, and I was like, hey, I could do that. Maybe I could do that. So I did. I did it. What the hell is this? Oh, that's why I couldn't like select it because well, I did select it, but it was like fucked up. Hold on. Sometimes you make mistakes, but that's okay. It's so small, like nobody's gonna see it. Like look at this, like you can't see that. Can you see that? I can't. So this is the blush. I usually name my my layers, but sometimes I forget. I name them in like French and English. It's just like whatever word comes to mind is the first I use for the name. It doesn't really matter like if it's in French or in English. So like half of it is in French, half of it is in English, basically. Uh oh, did I say that the line art? Oh, I don't think I did, or maybe I like started saying it, but then I stopped because I forgot what I was saying. It happens. The line art, the lines here, I like to hide them. Well, not hide them, but take them as a what's it called in English? Sketch layer, I think. Uh oh, something like that. So basically, if I draw like under it, as you could see, it's not gonna like take the lines into account, so I don't have to like worry about it. I think it's just nice, to do that. I know some people don't do that, and it freaks me out. I'm just like, how do you not do that? Well, it's good. I cut corners. I do what's easiest. And that includes, this shit. Ugh. I talked about like patterns, motifs of what are they called? This kind of stuff in her face before. So I use this layer to do it. It's not very important for most people to know what I'm doing here because it's just like a thing with her character. So don't worry about it. um, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it at all. In fact, it's okay. All right. Oh, she has one in her 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 arm as well. I forgot. She's like this. If I were drawing Caleb, I feel like it would probably be harder because well, no, it wouldn't be harder, but it would be different because Caleb's light thingies are like, I don't know. I don't draw them the same. I don't know why. I don't know why. I'm a special girl and I think in special ways. I guess. Uh, okay, so that's all. Oh wait, I have to draw her scars. When I draw scars, it depending on like if it's an old scar or a new scar, they'll have like a different color. So if it's a new scar, it looks like pinkish, kind of like this. But I mean, hers are old scars though, so they'll look more like this. I know I used to draw them like this, but like I changed the way I draw scars because I realized scars don't always look the same, and like skin changes tone as it heals. So I should probably do that as well. Um. So yeah, these are old scars, as you can tell. You can usually see it better if it's on darker skin, but you can still kind of tell that it's scars. Please, that's what it's called. French. Okay. Then when I'm done with all this, I select the whole thing. Well, without the lines, of course. And then I can start doing shading. I have 2 layers of shading. Uh, First I start with like the normal pen, so it's like hard shading, cell shading, I guess. I used to only do cell shading, until I realized that I didn't have to just do cell shading. I could do a bit of like both or whatever to give it like a sort of style, whatever. When you shade, make sure that, well, for cell shading at least, don't put too much shading. Only put it at like the places that would really have a lot of, well, shade, like all the little crevices and stuff like this. Like, and then you can change the opacity and you can like, yeah, it's nice. And really think about like the 3D aspect of the person or thing that you're shading, because it can't just be like anywhere, right? Um, Usually when I shade, I think that about the light that's like below. Well, above. I mean, the person is below the light. Sorry, the person is below the light, so the light is above them. Uh, and I just kind of shade like this. Yeah. I feel like this part is I'm talking less in this part than the last part. Is that a thing? Is that happening? I'm not sure. And I know people have said that my mic is shit. I know, I know it's shit. I have a really like cheap pair of headphones, uh, so I don't do that on purpose. I just I don't have any other like mics. Um, Maybe I could. Thing is that making videos is like my thing, so I feel like I don't need to waste money on like a better mic. Like, doesn't really matter if I don't know. Maybe if I really need to, like, I don't know, if someone wants me to like do a collab or something, and they really want me to have a better mic, then sure, maybe. But I mean, I don't think that'll happen. So I guess you just have to deal with the shitty mic for now. I really do think I'm talking less in this part than the last part. I don't know. I don't know. I'm sorry if I don't put music or anything. I never really know what to say, what to what to do. So, and the music is always just so loud compared to my voice. I just feel like it's distracting or whatever. I've had someone complain before that I don't draw feet. Uh, And to that, I say, go fuck yourself. No, I'm joking. Don't go fuck yourself. It's okay. You're allowed to be upset. What I do, even if I think that it's dumb. Just I don't draw feet. I think I don't know. I prefer drawing faces and like the rest of human bodies. So I don't do it on purpose. I don't hate drawing feet. I just it just doesn't happen, I guess. But like, I can draw feet if I want. Like, if I draw full bodies or whatever, I can draw feet. Just don't do it. Okay. So, for the first shade, I usually put it at like 25% opacity. That's and I usually use pink, but really you can choose like any color. Like I'm using pink, but like I can change it if you want, like to something else. Like I don't know, like blue or like purple. I go with purple. Yeah, let's go with purple for now. And yeah, that's nice. Purple. That's the first layer of shading. I call it shade one. Um, and then one day I'll have my own house, my own apartment, and I'll be able to uh record things without anyone talking to me while I'm doing it. Won't that be just amazing? I think that would be amazing, really. I'm sorry, this is 'cause usually I record things when I'm alone in the house. Uh, but yeah, I thought I was alone, but I guess I misjudged the time at which my family would come back home. So it's very lively in the house right now, which is why I keep cutting everything like all the time because people keep talking to me or like talking like while I'm talking and you can like hear it or whatever. So it's I don't even know. Maybe can you hear the TV? Because like I hear the TV, but I don't know. I don't think the mic catches that. Uh oh yeah, Shade Two. This is Shade Two. Shade Two is with the watercolor pen. I just you know I go around the areas a bit more thoroughly. It gives it more depth, I think. Even areas are like that I didn't go through with shade one and shade two. I do it just so it like gives it a little bit more like depth and stuff. Um, it's usually a slightly brighter color. Uh, I guess I don't know. It looks nicer. Um, there's a lot of things I do that I don't really know why I do it. I don't know like the rules and stuff. I went to art school for like a week and then I dropped out. So I I don't know like a lot of technical terms and stuff like this, and that's why I usually don't want people to like listen to me too closely because I feel like maybe I'll say something that's not true, and then I'll get chastised for it. Like, oh, why did you tell me this? I thought it was real, and I'd be like, oh, I don't know. I just said what I do. I don't know. Yes, that's right. I didn't go to art school, and I dropped out. Why did I drop out? Well, because it was stressful as heck, bro. It's like you're like, oh, I can go to art school and like learn how to draw better, but then it was like super stressful and it made me feel like a piece of shit. And I was like, I don't want to feel like human garbage for like 4 years. So I was like, nope, and I left. And I'm like, I still study, but like I study on my own, and I think like I might be it might be a little like slower, maybe. I don't know. I know like some people think that like if you don't go to art school, you're like a bad artist, and like you're not worthy of like calling yourself an artist. I don't think that. I mean, I think anyone can be an artist, even people who haven't gone to school. Like there's plenty of like actors out there who've never gone to they never went to acting school. Like fucking uh the guy who did Jesse Pinkman in Breaking Bad. Aaron Paul never went to acting school. Look at this guy, he did like amazing in the movies he was in. Okay, so this is Shade Two, Shade One and Shade Two combined. Shade Two I usually put it also at like 25. Sometimes I put it lower. Oh yeah, I just put Shade One at 21 because I don't know. Yeah. Shade One tends to be a little bit less opaque. Oh, I mean the opacity of shade one is usually lower than the opacity of shade two. I don't know. I guess it just kind of looks good. I'm pretty sure there's like an actual technical explanation for it, but I don't know. So we're almost done. Oh my god, look at this. So cool. Uh, oh, did you know I used to only do the second sheeting on like skin because I don't know why. I don't know. I did strange things back in the day, but yeah, I only did it on. I used to only do it on the skin, and then at one point I was like, why can't I do it on the clothes as well? Like I feel like it would give more depth to the clothes, especially because it felt like something was missing. So I just did that too, and that's it. Okay, so now this last part. gonna have to remove all this so I can select specific parts. It's the lighting. I put the lighting, um, uh, the lighting like layer. Yeah, I put the lighting layer above the line art because the line art sometimes like hides some stuff. I don't need to like select much usually, so I just I do some classic like lighting techniques. Just like here, like on the lips, on the eyes, the cheeks. If you can see that the shoulders and there's no like hair or anything on the shoulders and the shoulders. If you could see her skin on like her stomach, her boobs, or her thighs, they would also be there too. But you can't see it, so no. And then the reason why I removed all the other stuff is because I need to select the hair. And then what do I do with the hair? Well, first of all, I need to take the shade back so I know where the shade is. And then I take a brighter version, and then I just like whoop with the and I put the opacity down for the brush, so and then it's like in your hair. I mean, I don't know, like it's for people I guess with more glossy hair. Like I know different hair types aren't always very glossy, like or like if they're like more messy or just like curly or like floofy or whatever. It usually doesn't look the same, but I like to just put a lot of lighting and make it look glossy because I think it just looks nice. I guess that's just my personal preference. Like I could just have it look like this and it would be fine. That would make it more like look it more. It would make it look more matte, I guess, and less glossy. But I like a more glossy look, so I add more like little details and like lines, like uh thin lines, and I go even brighter, and I put the pen down, and then and I really just like that. And you can go even brighter if you want to, like, yeah, like that. Yeah, baby. Okay, so this is the oh wait, I should probably put it back. Okay, so this is how I draw a human body, and this is how I color it and shade it and light it. Of course, there would also. I think I'm gonna have to make another video on like lighting with like colors around it and like extra shading for different like types of environments, but I want to go simple for now. I don't want to. I don't want to go all artsy and stuff. So this is just like the basic. I wanted to give some tips as well. So if you don't know like how to shade or light stuff, a lot of people, what I see them do, I'm gonna like I don't know, draw a quick something, quick. It's a hoodie. Yeah, and he's like, hello. What I see a lot of people do when they shade is that they will use like this. They'll go like this, like this. And I'm just like, oh yeah, that's nice. You're shading whatever. But then they will blur it, or maybe they just like blur it to begin with. I don't really know, but like yeah, I see a lot of people do that. They just like blur it like this. I don't like that. And I think a lot of people know because basically the types of shading really depend on the type of object that you have. And blurry shading does not work well on humans. It's not. You shouldn't like put blurry shading on humans. Blurry shading is more for like metal or like plastic or something like that, you know. But like human skin, and like I said shading, but it also like works. Sometimes they do like cell shading, but then they'll have like but then like they do like this, right? And that's a common mistake that I see with a lot of artists. And I'd say don't do that, and don't do that with black and white. I mean, unless your like whole drawing is in black and white, but even then, I feel like the lighting shouldn't be completely white. It should always just be a little like colored, and the shading should also always be a little colored, and like colored depending on like the thing around it, like the skin or whatever. And yeah, okay, sorry. I just need to do that little thing before ending it. So, and not ending my life, ending the video. So yeah, this is how I draw a character. I'm gonna do more videos, going more into details with specific other things. But yeah, for now, this is it. So yeah, bye bye now.